Now, she's the teen singing sensation who shot to fame on the talent show The Kid's Voice. And this morning, Lucy Thomas.
Lucy Thomas captivated audiences with her breathtaking voice on The Voice Kids UK, leaving viewers across the country stunned and wondering how far this gifted young artist could go. Following her mesmerizing appearance on the show, Lucy's career soared. She released chart-topping albums, gained widespread acclaim with her deeply emotional cover songs, and touched hearts around the globe. But then, something unexpected emerged. Was Lucy really facing danger? What has unfolded in her life since those startling rumors? Stay with us as we uncover the truth. What we discovered may surprise you. The Voice Kids UK is much more than a simple talent show. It's a stage where young vocalists face their first real moment in the spotlight, stepping forward with passion and courage to share their gifts. It gives them a platform to express themselves and a chance to showcase their voices to the world. In the show's unique format, judges do not see the contestants at first, they rely only on what they hear. If they like the performance, they hit a button and turn their chairs, a pivotal moment that can change everything for a contestant. Every child who walks on that stage has a unique journey. Some have been singing since early childhood, while others are just discovering their voice. Some are brimming with confidence, others are visibly nervous. But once the music begins, all that matters is the performance. The blind auditions are filled with suspense, anticipation, and hope. Backstage, families wait anxiously, holding their breath for the sound of a chair turning. When it happens, joy erupts. When it doesn't, there are tears, but also support and encouragement. The show instills in these young performers that setbacks are not failures, they're simply part of the road to growth. The Voice Kids UK is not only about vocal talent, it's about emotion, connection, and storytelling through music. Some performances bring the audience to their feet with infectious energy, while others stir powerful emotions, even bringing tears to the judges' eyes. Every performance tells a personal story, and each contestant leaves a lasting impression. The show is a delicate balance of elation and heartbreak. There's unmatched joy when a young singer hits that perfect note and earns a chair turn, but also crushing disappointment when their heartfelt performance goes unrecognized. Yet, regardless of the outcome, each child gains something invaluable: strength, confidence, and the experience of performing on a grand stage. The celebrity coaches play more than a passive role, they mentor and guide. Over the years, iconic artists such as Danny Jones, Pixie Lott, will.i.am, and Jessie J have taken young talents under their wing, helping them grow and refine their skills. These coaches aren't merely selecting voices, they're nurturing future stars. Once teams are established, the competition intensifies. During the battle rounds, contestants perform head-to-head in emotionally charged duets, guided by their mentors to stay focused and improve. The most exceptional voices move forward to the final stages, vying for the top title. However, for the coaches, it's not just about winning, they aim to help these kids grow, offering advice and insight that will last far beyond the show. Ultimately, the heart of The Voice Kids UK lies not in discovering the next big star, but in empowering children to believe in themselves. Whether or not they win, they walk away with lasting lessons in resilience, bravery, and creative expression. For some, the experience becomes a cherished memory. For others, it marks the beginning of a transformative new journey. Today, we share the story of a young girl whose time on The Voice Kids UK was not the end, but the very beginning of something remarkable. In 2018, a 13-year-old from Wigan named Lucy Thomas stepped onto the stage, determined to pursue her dream. Though still so young, she had already developed a voice powerful enough to command a room. What Lucy didn't yet realize was that this performance would become a defining moment in her life. Her big breakthrough came when she chose to perform Moon River, a timeless classic that allowed her vocal strengths to shine. From the first note, Lucy's voice transcended the moment, rich, clear, and emotionally resonant. The audience fell silent, captivated by her delivery and the raw beauty of her tone. She sang with depth and vulnerability, as if the lyrics held deep personal meaning. Her performance moved many to tears. Before long, a coach turned their chair, signaling their desire to work with her. Lucy's rendition of Moon River became one of those rare television moments that compel the world to pause and listen. While her vocal technique was impressive, it was the soul and emotion in her singing that made it truly unforgettable. She conveyed a rare authenticity, something that could not be taught. But her talent extended beyond her voice. Lucy's quiet confidence and sincerity made her instantly endearing. Soon, the coaches were all vying to have her on their teams, each of them spellbound by her unique presence. Her performance didn't just impress the judges, it resonated with people across the country. As Lucy sang those opening lines, viewers at home felt the magic unfold. They saw not just a contestant, but a young woman with exceptional promise and a voice unlike any other. It became immediately clear Lucy Thomas wasn't simply another competitor. She was destined for something far greater. A star had been born, and her journey was only just beginning. After Lucy Thomas delivered her breathtaking blind audition, her journey on The Voice Kids UK had only just begun. She was chosen by coach Pixie Lott, who was visibly moved by Lucy's remarkable vocal talent. Right from the start, Pixie recognized that Lucy possessed something truly special, a rare combination of tone, control, and emotional depth. It was evident she had the potential to go far in the competition. However, as with all singing contests, the road ahead was paved with challenges. Over the following weeks, Lucy competed in the intense battle rounds, where she went head-to-head with other incredibly gifted contestants. The pressure mounted. She had to bring her best again, now sharing the stage with equally talented peers, all while receiving valuable guidance from Pixie. The stakes were high, but Lucy handled the situation with calm composure and quiet determination. Her grace under pressure won over not only her coach but also audiences watching at home. Her performances consistently displayed a blend of maturity, professionalism, and pure passion that made her stand out. One of the defining chapters in Lucy's journey came during the live show stages. As the pool of contestants narrowed and the competition intensified, so did the expectations. Lucy felt the pressure, but instead of faltering, she rose to the occasion. Each performance was more captivating than the last. Her voice was powerful and enchanting, her stage presence magnetic. Lucy wasn't just delivering technically sound vocals, she was performing with soul, transforming every song into a personal story. With every appearance, she grew not just as a singer, but as an artist. Audiences could see the evolution, from the shy young girl who had nervously walked onto the stage during auditions to a confident performer who belonged under the spotlight. By the time she approached the semifinals, the intensity of the competition had reached a fever pitch. Lucy, however, continued to prove herself as one of the most promising contenders in the show. In the semi-final round, Lucy delivered what many would later call her most unforgettable performance of the entire season. She selected a vocally demanding song and poured every ounce of emotion into her delivery. The audience was spellbound. The semi-finals were a turning point in the competition, demanding each contestant to go beyond their limits. Lucy did just that. Her voice soared, richer, more controlled, and more expressive than ever before. With every note, it became increasingly clear that Lucy was no longer just a promising newcomer, she had emerged as a commanding presence. While she ultimately did not win the competition, Lucy had already achieved something far greater. She had won the hearts of millions. Her time on The Voice Kids UK demonstrated to the world that she was destined for remarkable things. Though she didn't take home the trophy, Lucy gained something more enduring, the love and admiration of the public, and a place in the hearts of all who had been moved by her voice. The journey that began with her emotional and elegant rendition of Moon River didn't come to a close when her time on the show ended. It was merely the start of a promising musical path. Lucy Thomas had already proven herself to be a rising star, and her appearance on The Voice Kids UK opened doors to even grander stages. Her growing success sparked a wave of curiosity, leaving many eager to uncover more about the story behind the talented girl with the unforgettable voice. Born on February 21, 2004, Lucy was raised in a loving and creatively nurturing family. From early on, her parents recognized her deep connection with music. Though not musicians themselves, they supported her passion and provided her with every opportunity to explore it. Music was always present in their home, either playing in the background or sung by Lucy herself. It became an essential part of her daily routine. Her parents encouraged her to sing at school events and family occasions, soon realizing that her voice held something extraordinary, far beyond a childhood pastime. Motivated by her family's unwavering support, Lucy began to take music more seriously. She explored a range of genres, spent countless hours practicing, and honed her vocal abilities. Her earliest performances took place at school, where she would sing in talent shows and concerts. Each time, her voice mesmerized listeners. Teachers and classmates alike recognized that Lucy wasn't simply a student who enjoyed singing, she was a gifted performer with potential for something much greater. By the time she turned 13, Lucy had built up enough confidence and experience to take a bold step forward. When she heard about auditions for The Voice Kids UK, she saw it as a once-in-a-lifetime chance to share her talent with a broader audience. Among the most influential people in Lucy's journey is her younger sister, Martha Thomas. The two sisters share more than a family bond, they share a musical connection. Martha is also a talented vocalist, and the pair have performed several heartfelt duets together. Their voices blend beautifully, forming harmonies that reflect their closeness and natural synergy. After Lucy's time on The Voice Kids UK, their collaborations became more frequent and prominent. Together, they recorded and released covers of popular songs online. Fans were quick to embrace their sibling performances, which added a new level of warmth and charm to Lucy's growing music career. Martha's presence not only enhanced the emotional depth of their music but also highlighted the beautiful dynamic between the two sisters, giving audiences yet another reason to admire Lucy Thomas. Following her triumphant appearance on The Voice Kids UK, Lucy Thomas didn't let her momentum fade. Instead, she used it as a stepping stone into the professional music world. Her soulful, emotive voice soon caught the attention of Cavendish Records, a label recognized for supporting classical crossover and contemporary vocalists. In 2019, at the tender age of just 15, Lucy signed with them, officially launching her career as a professional recording artist. This marked a defining turning point. No longer was she seeking public votes, now she had the freedom to create music on her own terms. That very year, she introduced her debut album, Premiere, to the world. It was a showcase of her distinct artistic style, timeless classics, reimagined through the lens of her pure and expressive voice. Tracks such as Somewhere, from West Side Story and Reflection, from Mulan highlighted her rare ability to fuse classical technique with raw emotional power. This wasn't merely an album release, it was Lucy's formal declaration that she was here to stay as a serious recording artist. The success of Premiere was immediate. Fans, both those who had followed her journey from the start and new listeners, embraced the album with open arms, and Lucy's reputation as a rising star soared. Building on the momentum, Lucy quickly returned to the studio. In 2020, she released her sophomore album, Encore, a title that fittingly reflected her growing self-assurance and creative ambition. This follow-up featured even more beloved musical standards, including Hallelujah and Memory from Cats. The next year, Lucy unveiled her third album, Timeless, further solidifying her place as a standout vocalist in the modern classical pop scene. This album took her artistry to new levels, featuring breathtaking renditions of songs like The Way We Were and I Will Always Love You. By the time 2022 arrived, Lucy was no longer simply reinterpreting cherished songs, she was beginning to shape her own unique musical identity. Her fourth album, Destiny, blended familiar favorites with more intimate, deeply personal selections. With each album release, Lucy's confidence blossomed, and her global fanbase continued to expand. Her music now reached audiences around the world, and her growing presence on platforms like YouTube helped further amplify her reach. Covers such as You Raise Me Up and Unchained Melody gained massive attention online, going viral and introducing her angelic voice to millions of new listeners. In 2023, Lucy released her fifth studio album, Beyond, an aptly titled collection that reflected just how far she had come since her early days on The Voice Kids UK. This album featured some of her boldest and most emotionally resonant performances yet, including stirring versions of The Prayer and Over the Rainbow. As she stepped fully into her identity as a seasoned recording artist, one particular performance would capture hearts across the globe, catapulting her into viral stardom and proving her voice was meant for something much larger. Although countless artists have covered Hallelujah, Lucy's interpretation was truly singular. From the very first note, her voice resonated with a remarkable blend of purity, control, and heartfelt emotion. Rather than simply delivering the song vocally, Lucy told a story, inviting listeners into a world of quiet reflection and beauty. Her approach was both delicate and powerful, offering a fresh and personal take on the classic. Where other singers might lean into technical showmanship, Lucy let the song breathe, allowing the lyrics to flow with natural grace and vulnerability. It wasn't just another cover, it was an emotional experience. The response was swift and overwhelming. The video, uploaded to YouTube, rapidly gained traction, amassing millions of views in only a few months. Today, the performance has surpassed 35 million views, a staggering number that continues to rise. Fans from every corner of the world flooded the comment section with praise, expressing how her voice moved them to tears, offered them comfort, or brought peace during dark times. What made this moment especially powerful was how it extended her reach far beyond her original fanbase. While many already knew Lucy from The Voice Kids UK or her growing discography, this viral performance introduced her to millions who had never heard of her before. Suddenly, Lucy Thomas wasn't just a promising young vocalist, she had become a global sensation. This viral success didn't merely elevate her visibility, it proved that her music transcended borders. People of different cultures, languages, and backgrounds found connection and solace in her voice. Thanks to the power of digital platforms, Lucy's performance reached listeners who might never have discovered her otherwise. The viral moment triggered a surge in engagement across all her social media platforms. More people subscribed to her YouTube channel, followed her musical journey, and eagerly awaited each new release. This newfound visibility helped propel her future projects and solidify her standing as a respected artist in the music industry. Just as Lucy and her fans were celebrating this meteoric rise, an unexpected and shocking event sent ripples through her global fanbase, changing everything in an instant. At the peak of her flourishing career, a disturbing rumor began to circulate, claiming that Lucy had been involved in a tragic accident and was critically injured. The news broke with startling speed, causing widespread panic and confusion among her supporters. It all began with a YouTube video that spread like wildfire, suggesting that Lucy had suffered a serious accident and was in critical condition. Despite the viral video's alarming nature, it offered little substance, only vague references to Lucy Thomas's supposed injuries and the gravity of the situation. The lack of any concrete details only intensified the confusion, leaving fans desperately questioning whether there was any truth behind the claim. As the video continued to spread rapidly, panic set in. People scoured the internet in search of clarity, hoping to find confirmation or denial from reputable sources. But no such information came. The video quickly shot to the top of trending topics, leading many to fear the worst. With no official statement released by Lucy's team or family, it became increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. The reaction from her fanbase was immediate and emotionally charged. Lucy's social media platforms were inundated with messages from concerned followers struggling to comprehend what they had just heard. Some fans flatly refused to accept the story, clinging to hope that it was nothing more than another internet hoax. Others, overwhelmed with anxiety, mourned the thought of their beloved artist being seriously harmed. The emotional floodgates opened across social platforms. One distraught supporter wrote, "Please tell me this isn't true. She's too young, too talented." Another commented, "I just watched her last video yesterday, and now this? My heart is breaking. Praying for her recovery." Yet amidst the fear, some voices urged caution. "No official sources are reporting this," one post noted. "I think this might be fake news, but I really hope she's okay." The uncertainty ignited a frenzy among her most devoted followers. They began digging through online threads and news sites, desperately trying to find any legitimate update that could shine a light on the situation. As time went on and no credible information surfaced, no word from Lucy's representatives, her family, or any verified media outlets, a shift in perception began to unfold. Fans started piecing things together, slowly realizing the painful truth: there was no accident. The entire story had been fabricated. Still, Lucy remained silent on the matter at first. However, her ongoing presence online, posting updates, sharing her latest musical projects, and engaging with her audience, quickly helped dissolve the fear. Her fans, once riddled with worry, were able to breathe again, reassured that she was safe and thriving. But their relief was tinged with anger. Many voiced frustration over the fact that such a serious and unfounded rumor had been allowed to spread unchecked, creating unnecessary panic. Today, Lucy remains fully active in the music world, continuing to create and share her soulful voice with the world. Her fanbase is once again abuzz with excitement, particularly with whispers of a potential new single or full-length album circulating online. With a reputation for delivering emotionally rich and powerful performances, the expectations surrounding her upcoming work are soaring. Whether it's through new releases, live appearances, or collaborations with other artists, Lucy Thomas is carving out a space for herself as a lasting force in the industry. As her career continues to climb, Lucy also places deep value on family and her private life. Known for her modest and down-to-earth nature, she occasionally offers fans heartwarming glimpses into her world beyond the spotlight, highlighting moments spent with loved ones and friends. This strong foundation of support from those closest to her has helped keep her grounded, even amid the whirlwind of professional life. In addition to her musical ambitions, Lucy has also remained focused on her education and self-development. Despite the increasing demands of her growing career, she has skillfully balanced her artistic pursuits with personal priorities, ensuring her well-being remains intact. With everything she's accomplished and the unwavering dedication of her fans, Lucy Thomas's journey is far from finished. She stands on the brink of even greater achievements, poised to keep creating music that speaks to the soul and secures her legacy in the world of music for years to come. So what are your thoughts on the recent rumors surrounding Lucy Thomas's supposed accident? Do you think it's becoming easier for false narratives to go viral in today's digital age? Share your perspective in the comments below.